So Free Comic Book Day has come and gone for another year. It was a fantastic day.
It was, but now it's time to take down the stockings.
No, you've gotten confused again.
Oh,
It's Christmas.
It's Christmas. But we did come along to King's Comics to have a chat to people and ask them what comics they would like to introduce new readers to. What is a title or a comic series that you would like to introduce people to?
I just finished Runaways, which is a little bit of an older series.
Yep.
I didn't know that it had gone on hiatus
Oh.
until I reached the last book, and I was like, oh, it ends on a cliffhanger. Awesome. When's the next one coming out? Went on hiatus in 2009.
Yeah.
But fantastic series, fantastic characters, beautifully written. Joss Whedon wrote a couple of the books, so it's absolutely worth reading.
Personally, the Dark Phoenix saga, anything Batman.
Always good.
Yeah, or anything by Gail Simone as well.
Definitely one called Transmetropolitan. It's
awesome.
basically Hunter S. Thompson style journalism in like the year 3000. It's incredible.
If I were to introduce comic books to someone, I'd probably introduce them to the Spider-Man series.
Yep.
Like,
Is there a particular storyline that you reckon that people should start with, or?
well, me being a Venom fan that I am, probably like the Venom series.
Yep.
Like, it's always a good read, and you see where, like, how Spider-Man's best friend Flash becomes the Venom symbiote character.
Yeah,
so
cool.
yeah, no, it's good. Like, you see like how the suit actually changes him.
I've gotten a lot of people into Fable at the moment.
Nice.
I know it's starting to pick up in popularity now, but yeah, it's so fantastic.
I really got a huge kick out of the original Wanted, you know, the one that got turned into a movie that
Mark
also
Miller.
sucked. Yeah.
Yes, the movie did suck.
But the book is really fun, and I really enjoyed that. But also East of West, which I've just started reading, and I'm really getting a kick out of that.
I can recommend that one as well.
Hopefully it goes well, yeah.
Hawkeye, the Marvel Now Hawkeye, because he's a really down-to-earth character and it's actually a lot of fun and entertaining. It's actually a pretty good laugh as well.
As a Batman fan, I would have to say the weekly edition they're doing, Batman Eternal. It's very well written, gorgeous artwork, and yeah, it's very good, very good read, and it's weekly.
The Sonic the Hedgehog comics.
Okay.
That's what originally got me into comic collecting.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm not a big fan of the games, but the comics, like, they just seem to be a bit more mature. I mean, maybe aimed a bit more at teenagers or even like young adults, because it is great, like great stories, and I mean, it's reaching its like 260th issue.
Yeah.
And it's always easily accessible.
So one of the best things about Free Comic Book Day is, of course, the free comics. So I've had a look through, a bit of a read, and I've chosen my picks from this year's Free Comic Book Day. So starting off, very nice and easy, I've chosen the Guardians of the Galaxy. I mean, the film's just around the corner. It's a great introduction to these characters and to this world, so you're not going in quite so blind if you've never come across Guardians of the Galaxy before. There's some great art in here as well, really dynamic panels, really interesting characters, so that would be my first pick. So my second choice is Rise of the Magi, which I think is a really interesting kind of magic fantasy and a little bit dark at the end. A bit of a twist there that I certainly wasn't expecting. There is a really interesting disconnect between the front cover, which is quite stark, to the actual art that is on the inside, which is quite fantasy and a little bit more, kind of reminds me of Skull Kickers a little bit. The story is really engaging, the characters are really interesting, and I'm really keen to see where this one ends up. So my next choice is a little bit different. It's not an issue 0 or issue 1. It's actually the Valiant Handbook. Now, as we said, Free Comic Book Day is a great day for people to get involved in the world of comic books. And Valiant's done a great job with this one, just introducing you to a bunch of characters that's in their comics. I've been really impressed with what Valiant's been putting out. So this is a great book, just a bit of an introduction to that world. It's fantastic to pick up. Now, I was only going to do a top 3, but I couldn't go past this one, so it's a bit of an honorary mention. This is Past the Last Mountain. This is such an awesome little fantasy. It's got trolls, it's got dragons, it's got lots, and the art in this is so amazing. Plus, as a bonus, you get the next part of Gossamer, which we all know from last year I raved about. I love this. This is definitely a good one to pick up, especially if you've got younger readers.
Okay, so we're lucky to be here today with the creators and stars of the new comic Video World. Guys, thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks for having us.
Now, can you tell us a little bit about yourselves and about Video World?
I am the ultimate cyberpunk Vid Vicious 2.0.
I'm Nancy X. We are the characters and creators of Video World, a new reality comic book based in the past, the present, and the future. It's a new reality, hyper reality comic book.
And this started, you guys started with a band, and then it moved on into this. Can you tell us a little bit about Debtors?
Yep, so we are also the stars stars of Debtors. It's a conceptual band. We tried all different mediums to get our story and concept out, and we thought that a reality comic is the best way to go because, you know, we come from comic books from childhood, so it's getting back to our roots.
One step beyond the gorillas. We're actually real.
Yeah.
Excellent. Which is, I guess, so that's why you went with a reality comic idea, something that was, you know, the real images rather than going with artwork. Although you do have some nice pin-up images at the start. Steve Pugh, and you've got some great stuff there.
Steve Pugh and Shaky Kane in there.
Yeah.
They really inspired us, and you know, we're inspired by those artists and creators in particular, and hopefully we have inspired them.
Oh, I'm sure. Now, with the comic, you've got the preview coming out for Free Comic Book Day. So where is it going from here? Obviously, you're going to be continuing with the comic.
Yeah, so this is just the preview at the moment. We're hopefully getting, we're working on the full version. It's coming out real soon. It'll be available on our website, so debtors.com. And hopefully in King's Comics right here.
Fantastic. Okay, great. Well, look, thank you so much for being on the show. It's been great.
Thank you.
So Free Comic Book Day isn't just about the comics, there's also heaps of amazing cosplay that comes through, and I have managed to snag one of my favourite cosplayers here. Jill, fantastic costume. Tell us a bit about who you are today.
Today I'm Bombshell Batgirl from the new DC Figures Bombshell range. It's a 30s and 40s take on the superheroes, and I think it's just super cool.
There are some really cool characters because there's a Poison Ivy, there's a Wonder Woman, but Batgirl I think is my favourite as well. How long did it take to put this together? Because it's pretty detailed.
I'd say a couple of weeks full on. Yep. I was working pretty hard on the weekends to get it done.
That's awesome. So obviously it is Free Comic Book Day. Are there any particular titles that you're thinking of picking up for yourself?
I'm definitely after the Batman Beyond New 52 issue.
Yep.
I mean, there's so many to choose from.
You've just got to hope that they're all still in stock.
Exactly.
So Free Comic Book Day is a great day for new readers to get involved in this wonderful genre. So what would be a title that you would recommend?
I really think people should look at Black Widow. I think it's fantastic. The art is beautiful. Phil Noto is doing a beautiful job. And it's a really well-written story. Yeah, it's fantastic.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for having a chat with us again. You look amazing. Bombshell indeed. Enjoy Free Comic Book Day.
Thanks, Sonya. Bye, guys.
We've run into our old friend Ray Johnston. Great to see you, Ray.
Good to see you too. Funny seeing you here today. What a surprise.
Oh, running into you like this. We've got to stop meeting like this. Now, Free Comic Book Day, it's really huge this year. Everybody's here. It's very hectic. Feels like you need a strategy going in. You've got to have a game plan. What's your game plan for Free Comic Book Day?
I kind of treat Free Comic Book Day like a mini nomadic convention. So I'll meet up with friends and we'll plan cosplays and grab comic books and then head to the next store and get our fill there. And today in particular is super special because we've got the Free Comic Book Day after party. It's the first time that's ever happened. So we'll be going there, and there's a cosplay parade and rides and all sorts of things. So yeah, that's my plan.
Awesome. So you've thought it out. That's great.
Yep.
Now, one of the things we're asking everybody today is, with Free Comic Book Day, it's a great time to introduce people to new stuff. What's a title that you would like to introduce people to?
At the moment, I would probably recommend people pick up the new Hawkeye series. It's fantastic. Highly recommend it at the moment.
Yeah, great artwork on that one. It's a very different direction.
It is very different. I don't want to spoil things.
No.
Just read it.
Better check it out.
Just do it.
Excellent. Thanks for having a chat with us.
No worries.